Let's discuss the alcohol sale ban. Further, we're joined by the convener of the Liquor Traders Association of South Africa, Lucky Ntimane, via Skype. Thank you for being with us, Lucky. Did you have any warning about what was going to be announced by the president last night? Although, of course, there were murmurs from the health minister and various premiers, other authorities calling for a ban.
Good evening, Francis, and also good evening to your viewers. Firstly, let's start off by sending our heartfelt condolences to the families that have lost their loved ones due to coronavirus, and also to everyone that's affected by it. Thank you for the opportunity. We were completely blindsided by the government's announcement last night, simply because we have been making requests to government for us to meet and look at solutions that can mitigate, the risks associated with alcohol, but to no avail. So the announcement last night caught everyone by surprise.
What could have been done to mitigate the risks? We've just heard from the health minister saying these beds are needed. I mean, what could have been done besides a ban on the sale of alcohol if we are going to consider those beds?
I think there are various options that we could have looked at. I mean, we understand that, the issue was borne about by more on the side of consumers and not liquor traders or liquor manufacturers, as it were. So we needed to look at ways in which we can address the issue of behavioral shift that needs to happen, at the consumer level. Look at responsible trading in alcohol initiatives that we have actually shared with government. So those are some of the initiatives that we needed to discuss with government to see how we can speed those ones up. And we will continue to reach out to government to look at ways in which we can work around the issue of alcohol abuse and harm, because we cannot park this issue on the side. The issues around alcohol abuse is very historic. It's an old age problem that we cannot put aside to deal with post-COVID. It's something that we need to tackle head on now.
Would you have at least liked a few days warning, some small businesses saying then at least they could get rid of stock? But of course, I guess we could have also seen those lines like we saw earlier in the year where people stand very close to one another.
I mean, our government always talks about, collective responsibility, which in our mind involves, reaching out to all the stakeholders that are affected by any decision that the government. Of course, we have every right to expect that government will approach us, talk to us, and tell us what is it that they are planning to do. Because as liquor traders, I mean, we always abide by the regulations stipulated in our trading licenses. So government is very much aware that we always comply with all the regulations. So we are, a safe social partner, to engage with government, and they could have trusted us enough to at least warn us, to tell us that they're going to close down, the liquor industry. Some of our members, in fact, the majority bought stock on Thursday, preparing to start selling today, and now they're stuck with our stock. They cannot do anything with it. It's sad what we experience.
It sounds like you feel a bit betrayed, Lucky.
Yes, we do feel betrayed because, I mean, we have confidence in our government that, they'll always do the right thing. So we had every right to expect that in this case, they'll have done the right thing. But, as we all know, they just made an announcement without talking to anyone in the entire industry. So we are saddened by that development.
What are the economic costs here for your members, for the liquor industry as a whole?
So for the taverns that we are representing, we've got 34,500 taverns that each employ on average three workers. So if we extrapolate that, you get over 100,000 workers that are going to lose their job and they're not employed as we speak. And each and every tavern supports a family of give or take 4. So combining the livelihoods at stake and also the workers, we're looking at about over 200,000 people that are going to be affected by this ban. The total value chain amounts to close to 1 million. So that's a big number. And we are worried that almost the majority of that will not be able to come back into the system.
And we know it's often the smaller businesses that take the hardest hit. Finally, I mean, township taverns have been allowed to sell alcohol for a while, but not host big parties. The president was talking about these super spreader events still going on. Have your members been following the rules?
Our members were following the rules, and also they invested their own money to ensure that they comply. Investing in sanitizers, in masks, and also ensuring that the social distancing in their outlets. So we're very confident that our members were following the rules. They were trading from Monday to Thursday as directed by the government, and they will continue to follow the rules even during lockdown. They will not be trading in liquor because it's been banned.
All right, well, we will follow your engagements with government, saying they were given no warning at all. That was a convener of the Liquor Traders Association of South Africa, Lucky Ntimane.